I have a tendency to say more than I need to say because you all understand it, but the bottom line is I wanted to come here today because too many folks in Washington still don't realize it isn't enough just to invest in our physical infrastructure. We also have to invest in our people, and that's what the second bill does, the Build Back Better initiative. Seeing children and educators here at this center is a perfect reminder of what our families need and our economy needs so badly to be able to thrive. You know, you all know the statistics, particularly the teachers here. A child coming out of a single-parent house where there's real difficulty will hear literally 1 million fewer words spoken, not different words, spoken, than the child coming out of a middle-class household. And so no matter what you say, you start them at the same age, at age 6 or 7, 5 or 6 in school, they're already behind the curve, already behind the curve. How can we compete in a world of millions of Americans' parents, especially moms, can't be part of the workforce because they can't afford the cost of child care or elder care, I might add. Elder care. They're the sandwich generation getting crushed. Here in Connecticut, the average annual cost to bring your toddler to a quality child care center is about $16,000 a year. That's what it is around the country. Some places more, some places a little less. A lot of money. It's $16,000 after taxes. After you pay your taxes. So the average two-parent family with 2 young kids spends 26% of their income on child care every year. My Build Back Better plan is going to change that. It's going to cut the cost of child care for most Connecticut families literally in half. No middle-class family will pay more than 7% of their income on child care. None, period. And that's going to help parents get back into the workforce and make ends meet, or maybe care for that. We have to do the same. I'm not going to talk about it today, but the other piece of it you all know, and it deals with elder care. You got 80,000 people waiting to qualify under Medicaid, and there's no spaces. We can afford to do this. But at any rate, we also have to provide businesses with tax credits to build on-site care facilities. Look, you in the legislature were way ahead of the curve. You decided that for people working in the legislature, there should be a place for their children. Well, you know, what we want to do is make sure that we encourage businesses to do the same, to get a significant tax cut, to be able, if they have an on-site facility, to take care of their workers' children when they show up. So you go to work with your child, and you have a serious facility on-site. Well, studies show that when you have on-site care for a children's center, businesses, the business itself, have less employee turnover, less absenteeism, and higher productivity. We show you all those studies. It's real. We can't afford to lag behind other countries when they're investing. When America made 12 years of public education universal more than a century ago, it gave the best educated, best prepared workforce in the world to the rest of the world. But if we're designing public education today, all of a sudden we had none, we said, okay, what are we going to do? We need free public education. Does anybody think we'd think 12 years was enough in the second quarter of the 21st century? The fact is today only about half of 3- and 4-year-olds in America are enrolled in early education, childhood education like you're doing here. In Germany, France, and the UK, even Latvia, the number of children in those countries enrolled is 90%. 90%. My plan gets us back on track. Provides 2 years of high-quality preschool for every child in America. It also makes investments in higher education by increasing Pell Grants. I don't know if I can get it done, but I also have proposed this free community college, like you've done here in the state of Connecticut, to help students from lower-income families attend community college and 4-year schools. And invest in historically black colleges and universities to make sure young people from every neighborhood have a shot at good-paying jobs in the future. We also extend this lady's child tax credit, which is finally a tax cut for the middle class. Now, look, my friends on the other side never had any problem providing $2 trillion in tax cuts for the very wealthy. Look, I don't think you shouldn't be able to make $1 million or $1 billion. I'm a capitalist, but guess what? I'm also listed for 36 years as the poorest man in the Congress. But I make big money. I'm a president. But all kidding aside, I don't think we should punish anybody, but just pay your fair share. Just pay your fair share.